We've reached the All-Star break, and the New York Liberty are the favorites to repeat as champs at plus 175. Liberty, a little bit of bumpy road in 12 games without Jonquel Jones, 6-6, but they finished the first half of the year on a 3-game winning streak and now are firmly in second place. With that, we welcome in CBS Sports WNBA analyst Terrika, Foster-Brasby, and Ayala for our midseason awards that I know our viewers are dying to know y'all's thoughts. And first up, T and Erica, we got MVP. So Erica, I'll start with you. Who is your midseason MVP based on what you've seen so far?
In the preseason, I picked Napheesa Collier, and I'm staying with Napheesa Collier. This is a player that she had a little bit of a setback with a back injury, but has been able to be very efficient. She came in wanting to be at that 50, 40, 90, and most nights she hits exactly that, Chris. She continues to be a leader when it comes to points and just overall with this Minnesota Lynx squad. And I do lean into the V of MVP, value added, most valuable to their team. I do think Napheesa Collier hits the brief when it comes to perhaps people thinking of MVP as the best player in the league at this particular time. I do think that is Napheesa Collier. I also do think that she is one of the players that brings the most value day in, day out to her squad. So that's why I'm sticking with Fee.
Well, I preseason also picked Napheesa Collier to be the MVP, but just because Erica went Napheesa Collier, I'm not going to pick the same person, right? I got to pick somebody different. So I'm going to roll with Alyssa Thomas. Okay. I know, right? Alyssa Thomas, what in the world would make you say that? Well, I think the field is a little closer than you think. Alyssa Thomas has been one of the premier players for the Phoenix Mercury this season. And quite honestly, she's been the catalyst. When we called her the engine in Connecticut, she has still been the engine over in Phoenix. She is currently leading the WNBA in assists, which is wild to say. Of all the amazing point guards in this game, of all the amazing guards, period, in this league, it is Alyssa Thomas that is dishing it out, getting her teammates involved, holding it down, and Phoenix Mercury is quite literally being one of the best teams, if not having the best week over last week in the WNBA. They are a premier team that is continuing to fight, and when you see them all healthy, it is still Alyssa Thomas who is the one who is pushing all of her teammates behind. DeWanna Bonner just recently joined that squad again. It was the team that drafted her. She came back, and what happened? She drops 22 and 11, and who was the one dishing it out to her? Alyssa Thomas. And so to me, you got to put AT in the category. She continues to flirt with a triple-double night in and night out. She's certainly someone who should be in the conversation.
Yeah, I'm going to say right now I have Fee as the #1, but Alyssa Thomas, she's coming. She is coming, so the second half of the season should be electric. Now, with the Rookie of the Year race, right, everybody thought early on it was going to be Paige Bueckers before the season began, but Sonia Citron, Kiki Area-Finn, they look great, and then Paige really separated herself, in my opinion. Terrika, I'll start with you. Who is your midseason Rookie of the Year?
You said it. Paige Bueckers. Okay, there was a moment in time where I also was like, well, wait a minute, did I make the wrong decision preseason? Because these rookies are showing out, but Paige Bueckers just needed time. That's all it was. She just needed time. She is continuing to set the stage on fire, and I hate to say quietly, but she's kind of doing it quietly because there are so many other storylines and so many other things that are happening around her that you aren't hearing her name enough. But she's averaging 18.3 points per game, 5.4 assists per game, and quite literally, she is the one that is really helping this Dallas Wings team. When they are in matchups, it's predominantly because Paige Bueckers is the one that's keeping them there. She's not afraid to play tough on both ends of the floor. She's bringing that defense that she had at UConn, but elevating her game offensively. Love to see what she's going to continue to do on the other side of the All-Star break.
Listen, I also picked Paige Bueckers preseason, but at the midway mark, I'm going to switch it up and say I'm going to go with Sonia Citron. Now, if you look at the numbers here, minutes played, Bueckers has more minutes played than any rookie in the field. However, also has more points than any rookie in the field. However, the numbers when it comes to percentages, 3-point percentage, field goal percentage, Sonia Citron is right there when it comes to what we're seeing from Paige Bueckers. And we know that Dallas is a team that can be up and down. However, I think that quietly, we talk about what's happening quietly in the WNBA, is that, let's talk about these Washington Mystics kind of climbing up in the standings. I didn't expect to see them that high. And I think that if you look at kind of chipping away what Sonia Citron and Kiki Iriafen have been able to do, quite honestly, and if they could, mean girl style, just crack that Rookie of the Year trophy and split it. If we could have co-Rookies of the Year, it might be that dynamic duo from Washington. Right now, Paige Beckers is in the lead for all of the reasons that Terrika Foster-Brasby just mentioned. I always love saying your full name the first time I say it, Terrika. It's just fun for me. Anyway, but like T said, Paige Beckers is in the lead right now, and I think we could get a surge from the other rookie all-star in Sonia Citron on the other half of the regular season.
And that's part of the reason why this WNBA season has been so dynamic and magnificent, right? Because there's so many great stories, people, players that we didn't expect to be playing the way they did, teams that are in contention for the postseason, or they are right now. So, Erica, who was your best story of the first half of the WNBA?
Listen, as someone who loves defense as much as I do, I have to go Golden State Valkyries. Yes, I know they are the expansion team. They got that very regal purple in their uniforms. Valhalla seems like, I talked about Barclays being loud earlier in the night. Valhalla seems like it's on a whole nother level. But I love how this team was constructed and how it was built. Some of y'all know I watch the NHL. I cover hockey. I liken what we have seen the Golden State Valkyries doing to what Vegas was able to do. No, not the Aces, but the Golden Knights, in that haven't had an expansion in a while. You kind of take the league by storm by doing things just a little bit different and leaning into what will be the trends and maybe not what are the established trends. That's what we saw with Vegas. Again, the Golden Knights, them being able to be successful. I think that's what we're seeing right now from the Valkyries as well. Now, will they make the playoffs? They certainly have put themselves in a good position. Came into, though, a little bit of a tough road trip, and we'll see. We'll see if the schedule and how it pans out for the Valkyries, if it will be favorable down the line. Can they continue to play just aggressive physical style of play for the second half of the season? All to be determined, but they will have an all-star in Kayla McBride, who is having career highs because she's playing more minutes, and that's kind of the story for everyone on that Golden State Valkyries roster.
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback off something that we just talked about, and that is the 2025 rookie class. We've talked about Paige. We've talked about Kiki Iriafen and Sonia Citron, but just overall, the impact of this rookie class is one that I have not seen in I don't know how long, because all of them have literally come into this league and have impacted the team that they play on in one way or another. Sanaya Rivers is a defensive juggernaut for the Connecticut Sun. The way that she's able to read the lanes and anticipate to get steals has been incredible to see. When you look at the Dallas Wings, there's also Isaiah James, who has stepped up to play some incredible basketball and has really done a great job of kind of fitting in the absence of some other players. And so you love to continue to see that. You talk about the Golden State Valkyries. There were moments where Caitlin Shin had stepped in and was able to play strong. I mean, this rookie class across the board has really been impressive. And I don't think that they got enough love coming into this season. I mean, there was so much conversation around Paige Beckers, but really just overall, the entire class has really stepped up and shown that they are going to be a force within this league for years to come.
Yeah, they're definitely looking like they're going to be cornerstones of the respective franchises for years to come, if not decades. Now, when it's all said and done, at this point of the season, Terrika, please give me a pick here. Who was your pick to win the WNBA Finals if you had to on this day?
I don't know why you asking me, Chris, because my answer is I do not know.
Oh,
this is the most ridiculous WNBA season I have seen. I quite literally cannot tell you who's going to win right now, because I don't know. The parity in the league right now is at a level that I am truly appreciating. At one moment, I want to say the New York Liberty, when we started this season, I said the Liberty and the Minnesota Lynx are literally neck and neck. They both started the season undefeated. They were going back and forth. I said, we're going to get a rematch. That is what's going to end up happening. And then Phoenix turned it on and has not turned it off. So now, where does Phoenix play in this? Every once in a while, you look at the Seattle team and you say, dang, Seattle can figure it out. They can mess around and be contenders. And then you come back east and you look at Atlanta. Atlanta was a team, a force to be reckoned with. Brianna Jones, I still don't know why she's not an all-star. And the way that Alicia Gray has continued to play, it's been amazing. So I can't tell you who's going to win the finals, because I don't even know who's going to make the finals.
Listen, Terrika, you ain't even lie. You ain't even lie about that. I mean, I love all of what you talked about here, especially Bree Jones. Like, please put some respect on sis. Like, she has been just a phenomenal player, and now getting and continuing to do what she did in Connecticut with Atlanta and alongside Brittany Griner. I mean, cheat code. What are we talking about here? You didn't even mention the number one team in the league, even 8-2 in the last 10. Terrika here, like, it's like you can't even. We got so many teams to talk about. It's like you almost take for granted that Minnesota's sitting top of the table right now. Yeah. And for me, it's wild, because I did say New York Liberty will repeat, but I also said that Vegas was maybe going to get to the final, and I don't know. They just trying to get to the playoffs right now. So I'm with you, T. This is a little bit wild. I think, though, it is looking like we could potentially get, if not both teams, at least one of the teams from last year's final to the finals again. And I've said it once, I'll say it again. Minnesota has only ever won a WNBA championship in odd years. Now, they got 4 of them total, but all 4 have come in odd years. Those back and forths with LA, those were some great battles. I know Kathy Engelbert likes the rivalries. Well, that was a rivalry if ever. So I don't know. Will we get a rivalry series in the WNBA finals? I don't know. It's looking like it could happen, but Minnesota for sure is leading the field quite literally, and rightfully so. So I guess we got to see, how these teams really are able to play in the second half. I do think New York, though, will surge a little. I said they probably wouldn't be first overall. I thought June was going to be tough, even not knowing about the Jonquel Jones injury, just knowing that they'd be with Leonie Fibish, maybe with some other players because of Eurobasket. So I'm still going to stick with Liberty because that's what I said in the preseason, and that's really all I got for you, Chris.
Okay, I mean, you're free to change your mind.
Preseason, Chris. You know what I said in the preseason, Chris? I said I don't know. You know what I'm saying right now? I don't know. And it's just the truth. But I want to just add in this one quick thing. If we do get a repeat of Minnesota and New York, this year the finals is a 7-game series. I do not know if we are ready for the shenanigans of seeing that. We were on the edge of our seat in 2024 with that finals, and that was in 5 games. Imagine that series going 7 games this year. So we would be in for a treat if it were to happen again.
Yeah, it would be box office. I don't know how they can top that, but maybe they do. Terrika, Foster-Brasby, Eric Ayala. Not too many people can top y'all. Thank you so much. And so, going back to WNBA All-Star Weekend. Friday, we have the All-Star Skills events. Saturday, the All-Star Game, all going down in Indianapolis, baby.